Hello and welcome back to the Lost Artistry Lash channel. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you exactly how I create a soft, wispy, I'm going to show you exactly how I create a soft anime lash look. I'm really excited to bring this one to your screen because this type of lash set is very unique. It has a really complex but easy to learn mapping, and when you post sets like this on your Instagram, it is sure to get attention. Before we dive into it, I just wanted to take a moment to say thank you to each and every one of you guys who take the time to tune into our videos every single week. It honestly means so much to me and our whole team here at Lost Artistry Lash. If you're new to our channel, please do take a moment to stop, click the like, comment, subscribe, and ring that bell so that you're always notified when Lost Artistry Lash posts brand new lash tutorials. All right, let's dive into this set. I'm gonna do my best to make sure that this is so easy to digest and easy to replicate at home. Okay, so for this type of set, it's gonna be really important to use soft curls. So when my client comes in, we're gonna assess her natural lash lift. That's what's going to determine the curl that we use. But on the lower end, we're gonna use a B curl. On the upper end, we're gonna use a C curl. So we're just gonna kind of figure that out once our client comes. But definitely for this look, soft curls are a must. Now, diameter-wise, it's gonna be really important for me to use 0.07 diameter. That's gonna give me more of a sturdy effect, and that is what I'm looking for today. Dimension-wise, anywhere between 2 and 4D is gonna be my dimension, and I'm going to use wet lash fans for this look. Okay, aside from glue, which I'm gonna talk about in just a second, I'm not gonna talk about all the rest of the products used in the set, but by all means, if you have any questions, just let me know. Comment them below. So happy to chat with you anytime you have questions. Now, the reason why I want to talk about glue is because for wet lash sets like I'm using today, I need the fans to cure quite fast so that the fans keep their shape. So I'm going to use Quickie Adhesive. It's a very fast curing glue, but not so fast that I can't work with direction. So it's not like a grab and drop. It's more of like grab, you have time to correct your placement, and then you can let go without worrying about stickies. That's great because it's going to keep our fan's shape and it's going to really help me get through this service and still master direction at the same time. So it's a 1 second cure time glue. It's not 0.5 seconds. You could get away with 0.5 seconds if you knew your client's lashes were easy and direction is not of concern at all. I personally find I need just an extra second to perfect that direction, and it really brings my set to life. Last product that we definitely want to bring up is Foreplay Lash product. If you're struggling with creating these perfectly closed wet lash spikes, you definitely want to invest in Foreplay product. It goes across the strip of your lashes and it's going to legitimately speed up your wet lash fanning service so much. You just grip at the tips, lift it off, and the fans are already in their nice shape. So you don't have to worry about the lashes opening up. And I know at least one of you guys is going to ask one of these two questions. One, can I fan the lashes if I use Foreplay on the strip to create wet lashes? Can I fan them later? The answer is nope, you cannot. Well, you can, but it's going to be way more difficult. Foreplay product has a liquid polymer in it. Now, it's not like a glue, it's not sticky, it's not going to like really morph the lashes all together. You will be able to brush through, but they are going to want to hold their shape, definitely. So if you only want to use part of the strip for your wet lash fans, then just put Foreplay on a part of the strip, not the entire thing. And then the other question I know someone's going to ask is, are the spikes going to lose their shape between fill appointments? The answer is no. With Foreplay product on there, they're gonna keep their shape. And once the glue has cured at the base, the fan is definitely going to stay in place. You just wanna make sure that you're using a fast enough glue so that your lash doesn't relax while it's curing if it takes a little longer. So definitely a fast curing glue like Quickie. Okay, let's get into the actual lash set. To start, I always prep the lashes by cleansing them first. Next up, I assess my client to see where I want my spikes to go. I'm gonna dot the eyes with a non-toxic Sharpie, and then I'm going to follow those dots to build the shape of my set. The shape meaning the spikes and that's what's gonna be the focal point for this Anime Lash set. Once I've placed all the spikes, I'm then gonna go in and create pyramid spikes. So what that means is I'm going to bundle a cluster of individual spikes together to create the illusion of one mega spike. I'm only covering one lash layer for this look. If I feel like I need to use multiple layers to build those spikes, I will, in that case, use multiple layers to create the illusion of one big spike. Otherwise, for the rest of the lashes, I'm only covering the bottom lash layer. That's gonna give me that really light effect. Now, for this kind of client and for this type of set where the spikes are the main focal point, we might want to get our clients to come back in for weekly touch-ups. So it's really important to let them know that before you even start lashing. The reason why is because if someone isn't willing to commit to weekly mini fills, then they may not be a candidate for this look and they may want to switch up their style. So you want to collect that information first before they've committed and they're wearing the style and realize, hey, this isn't for me. So here's a look at what our mapping looks like. And from here, let's just watch the set come to life. All right, guys, so the set's done, and I definitely for a moment contemplated not even sharing it and being like, meh, let's just get rid of the content. But instead I decided to make it more of an educational experience where I run you through my massive failures with this set. So I definitely would say that this is one of the worst outcomes I've had in a set in legitimately years. Like, I've done some okay sets over the past years and have learned a lot from them, but it was definitely the worst attempt at a style I've done in a really long time. So let's dive into what happened and what I'm gonna do next time to make it up to my client, because she was so understanding, so chill. And yes, she did book back in so that we can see if my theory that I'm about to share and the things that I want to change, if they make a huge difference to the set. Okay, so let's get into it. So for soft anime looks such as this, I've done a lot of reading, lots of people who really truly specialize in these styles. I actually did a course still online on our website with Lynn's Lash Design just a couple weeks ago, and she was kind of walking me through her styling as well with anime, soft anime. I've done anime, but not quite like this. For this type of look, yeah, it was suggested that we don't cover 100% of the lashes, not even 100% of the bottom lash layer. So I did that and I was like, I don't really love the way that the set looks, but I owned it anyways. So to make the mega spikes look super prominent, remember earlier how I told you that I would do those pyramid spikes? So for the pyramid spikes, your mapping has to kind of look like this, where you place a long spike in the middle. And then on either side of that spike, you direct lashes inward toward that big spike in the middle. And that's gonna create the illusion of one giant spike. But something that I hadn't really factored in is that not every client has adequate lashes. So for this client, her layers and her lash line, it was so sporadic and the lashes weren't evenly spaced. So what was happening is no matter what I did, I couldn't create that perfect spike because the lashes were just too staggered apart. So I did the best I could. I removed a lot of lashes, put some more on, and I was like, wait a sec, this isn't actually working. So that was mistake number one. So my pyramid spikes didn't really turn out as well as I would have liked. Potentially, if I did them on the middle layer, next time I'm gonna play around with that. Potentially, if I did them on the middle layer, it might work a little bit better. So I'm gonna kind of play around with that next time. Next up is my curl choice. So again, lots of research says that when you're doing soft anime, you wanna work with either J, B, or C curl. Theoretically, yes, that is correct. But in practice with my client, her natural lashes were legitimately all the way downturned. Like, she can basically see them when she's just looking straight ahead. So in my trainings, I always teach you want to assess the client's natural lash lift. If they're super downturned, you need to use a lash that's lifted. So for example, L curl, M curl, CC curl, D curl, those are all lifted curls. But when you work with J, B, and C curl, they're much softer. They're not providing a lot of lift. But I was like, even though I know that, I'm gonna try and stick to what I've been taught. So like what the industry says, like for these kind of looks, what you should do. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna just work with this. I'm gonna stick with a B curl and just see what happens. I'll adjust my lengths up to make them look like they stand up more. And that's exactly what I did. However, it didn't really work very well. So I'm going back to my theory. I believe in my theory so much. If a client has super downturned natural lashes and you want your spikes to be noticeable at all, stick with lifted curls. But anyhow, so I used B curl, definitely was too soft. Like when you look at this after set, you see maybe like 4 big spikes. But if you zoom in, you'll see that there are other spikes there. They're just sitting so low that they legitimately are barely even detectable. So next time when she comes in, definitely going to work with our L curl. I think that's gonna make a huge improvement. In fact, I know it's gonna make a huge improvement. I'm not embarrassed to say that I definitely dropped the ball on this set, but I love a challenge, and I'm lucky enough to have a client who's willing to work with me and come back in and have me put my theories to the test next time. So I'm really excited to share that with you guys. I will definitely be posting it within the next couple of weeks once we have her come back. I think she's coming back in the middle of May. So probably by the end of May, I'll be posting another video with her as the model, trying to redeem myself for this set. Anyhow, guys, it's maybe nice for some of you guys to hear, especially if you're a new artist, that even after 10 plus years of lashing, sometimes we're not gonna be super proud of our work. Sometimes we're gonna make mistakes and sometimes we're gonna fail. And that's exactly what happened today. And I'm super excited to do her set again so that I can see what I can create. Again, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this set come to life and hear what I have to say. If you guys have any other feedback or anything that you think I should have done differently that I didn't mention here today, drop them below. I love the constructive criticism. See you in the next one.